Hey everybody, I'm Diane Gale and I am the author of the blog sustainableslowliving.com, and today you and I are going to make fabric scrap mache bowls together. This is one that I have made already. I think it is just the cutest thing. They're easy to make, and you're going to see because we're going to do one together. They're pliable and you can store all kinds of things in them. But we'll talk about all that later. For right now, we're going to talk about how to put one of these bowls together. So you're going to want to take some balloons and you're going to want to blow them up to the size that you want your bowl to be. I decided that I was going to do a red bowl, a black bowl, and a white bowl, so that they would go together, but they're contrasting colors. And I did 3 different sizes, a large, a medium, and a small balloon in order to do the 3 different size bowls. I have done the medium size bowl already. That's what I showed you. And today we're going to do the large. So you're just going to want to take your balloon and you're going to want to put it in a bowl that will hold it. It is a little hard to keep the balloon stable in that bowl while you're working. So make sure that your bowl is wide enough to provide some stability for your balloon. And then you're going to want to take some Mod Podge. They do have Mod Podge that is supposed to be like waterproof. I don't know if it really is or not. I didn't go that route because I'm not needing these bowls to be waterproof, and I'm just not sure how well that would work anyway. You're going to take this Mod Podge and you're just going to paint your balloon down a little bit further than you want your bowl to be deep. The last little bit can get a little touchy to do because, like I said, it's hard to keep the balloon stable in the bowl. Go slow. You don't want this to go flying off. You'll end up with Mod Podge all over. And then once you have the top of your balloon painted with the Mod Podge, you're going to take your fabric. And your first layer of fabric is going to go right side toward the balloon because that's going to be the inside of your bowl. So you want the right side of the fabric to show. You can just use any fabric that you have. It can all be matching, or it can be, a variety of pieces, and you can do kind of a patchwork thing. You can do your bowl any way that you want to. You can take your fabric and you can cut it into like 3 to 6 inch circles. This is about a 6-inch circle, and I actually used this bowl to draw these circles on my fabric and cut them all out. It doesn't have to be that uniform. If you don't want it to be that uniform, you can just cut them out by eye. It'll give it a little bit more of a messy kind of look. I wanted them to be kind of uniform, and so I used the bowl to draw circles on the back side of the fabric, and I cut them all out. You're going to take them and you're just going to place them on your balloon, putting them down about as deep as you want your bowl to go. And then you're going to take your Mod Podge and you're just going to paint over top of them. I found that it was easiest to go all around the outside and paint my edges, paint out toward the balloon, kind of trying to get my edges flat. No, you're going to get creases and bumps, and that's all very normal. That circle is not going to fit perfectly on this balloon. It's okay. And then again, just hold the balloon as stable as you can from the bottom and get your Mod Podge on that center part. I'm going to take these and I'm going to cover the entire balloon that way. And then once you have your first layer on, you're going to see that you have like a scalloped edging going along from the circles. And you want to start your second and third layer. So I just take my fabric rounds and I place them on the scallop. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to trim this later. But I find that it's easiest to follow these rounds. I did not go around in a circle when I did the inside of my bowl because I wanted my rounds to end up a little more even. So I did one on one side and one on the other, and then two, and then two, to try and get my edging the way I wanted it. But when I do this part where I'm putting my right sides facing out, I'm going to go along the scallop with this round, and then along the next one with another round. I'm going to go all the way around the bowl, and I'm going to do that twice. Again, your edges are not going to lay down perfectly flat on the bowl, and that's okay. A circle just is not going to conform perfectly flat to that balloon, but your bowl is going to have the kind of a rustic look because of it, and it's really very appealing. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this round lined up pretty much with that scallop. It's not necessarily perfect. And then I'm going to put Mod Podge on it, and I'm going to go around the balloon and then around another time. So I know this next step is going to seem a little bit counterintuitive to what I've been saying, but now that I have all of my layers on, I'm going to just go around the balloon, and at the bottom I'm going to just kind of paint down the edges. They're still not going to stick, but from adding layers, some of them are going to have lifted way off the balloon, and you definitely don't want that. So I'm just going to go around and I'm just going to do the edges, and then I'm going to set this aside for 24 hours. You really should wait the full 24 hours, but you'll know that it's dry because when you knock on it, it will sound hard and hollow. And then in 24 hours, I will come back and I'm going to show you how to pop this balloon out of here and finish up the edges of this bowl so that you end up with something as fabulous as this. But before we go, I want to talk to you about choosing your material, because that isn't something we touched on. Now, I said earlier you can use any material you like, and you absolutely can. I've seen these done with a knit material. I've seen them done with jeans. There's a couple that I saw that were done with jeans that were pretty cute, not really my style, but adorable. I chose this cotton fabric because I like the way that it lays together, because it's lightweight and easy to work with. I thought that it was a great way to go. You can choose any fabric that you like. You have to take into consideration that like a knit material is going to stretch quite a little bit when you're working with it with the glue. A jean material is, you know, if it's a regular thick pair of jeans, is going to be a little bit harder to get to lay the way that you want it to lay. Your materials are going to behave differently. But by all means, use any material that you have that you think you're going to love when it's done, and make yourself some of these bowls. For now, I'm going to do my edges. I'm going to take the smaller balloon that I have, and I'm going to make my black bowl so that when we get back together in 24 hours, you can see the whole set. And I will see you then. All right, so here we are. It's been a little more than 24 hours. These have dried just beautifully. I don't know if you can hear that. I'll do it again once I bring the camera in. And I want to bring the camera in because I want to show you what happens when you pop these balloons, and about trimming the edges of the bowl. And I think it would be better if you saw that up close. So let me get you down here with me. Okay, so here we are. I want you to hear the hollow sound that it makes. And you'll notice if you touch it while it's drying, you'll notice that the feel of it changes as well. But this is the sound. Right? Sounds a lot like somebody knocking on a door. And then we're going to take this and we are just going to pop the balloon. You always kind of hesitate when you do that. And it will peel right out of the bowl. Just like that. So simple. And now the inside of your bowl is nice and smooth. This one actually has spots where it's not as smooth as my last one. Here's my last one. My last one I must have put more Mod Podge, or it doesn't show up on the pattern. I think it's really that it doesn't show up on the pattern. But anyway, it's nice and smooth. But as you can see, I hope you can see, your edges here are not going to be totally even. And that is to be expected because there's no way that you could lay that fabric on there perfectly. So you're just going to want to take a pair of scissors and you're just going to want to cut your bowl so that you have the edge that you want, right? So I'm going along the, I'm following the pattern of the inside because you want that right side of the material to be the inside of your bowl, and you want to get rid of these edges where your wrong side is showing through. Okay. So we don't have to trim all that on camera. I can trim that on my own. But let's just do this one together. Ready? Pop. And see how it comes out. Now the edges on this one peeled up a little bit. But still, it's really a gorgeous bowl. And again, the edges, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim those, and then I'm going to come back and show you the end results. Okay, you guys, here we go. These are all trimmed. They're really, really cute. I'm just really happy with them. I think it's an adorable set. They're pliable. They're not going to hold anything, you know, really heavy. They're not sturdy. They're really just decorative, but they're so cute. You can put a little knitting project in this, or crochet project, or use it in your craft room to throw some odds and ends in. You could toss your makeup in this in your bathroom or in your bedroom. You can just throw change in it. You can set one, make a little one and set it by the door for your keys. They're really very cute. It's definitely a worthwhile project and really inexpensive to do. So I hope you're going to make yourself 1 or 2 or 3 and enjoy them. I know that I'm going to enjoy these. I think they're adorable. And as always, I am so glad that you joined me here today, and we are going to get together again, and we're going to do it really soon.